Hey everybody. So I think this is actually my first video that I've made where I'm diving in depth into text-to-speech models. If you've watched my videos, you'll notice that I do use text-to-speech models sometimes in my videos. And so I use a particular text-to-speech model on Hugging Face, but and it's called TTS, and it's put out by Bellicune. But the TTS model that I use on Hugging Face doesn't have a commercial license associated with it. And then so for research purposes and for future product research purposes, I've been researching very lately and very specifically TTS and text to speech models and kind of like the audio side of AI. And it's been interesting what I kind of have uncovered through this. So it makes a lot of sense to me now. Like, so if you hear AI voices, like, or if you've done like AI videos, like you'll see like a lot of people use the same AI voices, right? Like it's Antonio and then the woman. I don't know the woman's AI voice name, but it's like the AI voice, the woman AI voice. Like you know those voices, right? And so the reason why those voices are ubiquitous is because like those two companies have mastered kind of the like commercialization of text to speech and voice text to speech very specifically. So that's where this comes in is like matching the human voice, and it turns out that that's kind of hard. Like it's hard to make a human sounding voice actually sound human, like not actually sound like it's a that it's like an actual like recording or anything like that, like not like a AI model. And so currently right now there's only that I can find two uh, lies two models, like text to speech models that are available for commercial usage. If you want to go on the completely open source route, like you don't want to use 11 Labs or one of the like very few companies that are currently honestly like investing into text to speech right now. And now I understand why companies charge for text to speech and why it's like kind of disappointing in a way across the board as far as what you have as far as models, because this is the hardest part of AI as far as like I can see how this is a lot harder than like LLM models and things like that. But so just looking through this code here for Bark, I'll just showcase it very specifically. This is just a demo environment of Bark, and then so it's just pip install, and then we're pip installing the Bark directly from the GitHub repository. Uh, and then from Bark, we're pulling out the sample rate, generate audio, and then a preloaded model, and then as well as this IPython, and then importing audio. And then we give it our text, and then our text prompts, and then we just let it go. And then so I'll just I'll play a few.
Hello, my name is Sunal, and I like Turing solutions, but I also have other interests such as building AI models. I am the only MIT licensed TTS model currently available that produces good human quality text.
And so these are pretty good. I already loaded all these.
Buenos días, Miguel. Tu colega piensa que tu alemán es extremadamente malo. But I suppose your English isn't terrible.
I would like an oat milk latte, please.
Wow, that's expensive.
And then with this one very specifically, I should say, like I had to train this a lot. So like this, like switching from women to men appears to be very hard for the Model 2. And it's an error there because I didn't run the rest of that, so I shouldn't have hit that button on that one. But we can go here as well, and I have some test ones. So the second model that I want to showcase is the Kokyui TTS model. And then so this model, it doesn't have an MIT license, but their license does allow for commercial usage. And then so that's what strikes me about this model. And so
Bill got in the habit of asking himself, is that thought true? And if he wasn't absolutely certain, it was he just let it go.
the bad thing about this one is that it's only this voice.
The Commission also recommends.
Let's see.
The human voice is the most perfect instrument of all.
And then I'll do one more.
They seem unduly restrictive in continuing to require some manifestation of animus against a government official.
So in these instances, like the problem and the drawback with these are that it's just the one voice and it takes a lot of training, and these models are actually quite bigger in parameter size than I thought. Like so like Bark, for example, is like the pure Bark, just running Bark alone in itself is like a 1.8 billion parameter model. And then when I was running this interface, when I was running this earlier, and I had set up like it was taxing the system of the free Google Colab environment. Which so um, if you would want to, like, to me, where that comes in is if I want to combine text to speech with LLMs, then that I can see how that gets amazingly difficult to train, and that's like a lot of research where I honestly want to develop. I think there's a lot of productization along those lines, and I can see now why we don't have products along these lines. It's hard to multiple aspects of this are hard, and so it's interesting to see this play out. I'll make more videos, and I'll definitely work more in this particular area. Like, audio doesn't particularly interest me, and so I assume that I'm in the same boat as a lot of people, where the audio side of this isn't the particularly interesting side of this to me. But it's very interesting to me that there's such a limited amount of competition, we can call it, in this particular space, that I think there's a lot of breakthroughs that could be made in audio. So I envision that I'm going to be spending a lot more time on audio, even though this isn't, again, the particularly most interesting subject to me, and it's not the area where I am all the most versed on. But I'll get more and more versed on this subject, and I'll make more and more videos on audio. Thank you very much. Hope you like this type of content. Please like and subscribe.